Beloved cosmic family, stop everything right now. Do not answer that message. Do not walk out the front door. Do not make any important decisions today before hearing what we have come to transmit. We of the Galactic Federation Council have descended through dense layers of time and light to reach you at this exact instant, and what we have come to say is urgent. Your home needs to be shielded. Your aura needs to be sealed, and it must be now. In the coming hours, an intense current of photonic flow will cross the atmosphere of this planet, and every room where you sleep, every environment where you breathe, every corner where you lay your head to rest will receive this impact. Those who are not prepared will feel the blow in their chest, in their sleep, in their mind. You will feel wrong decisions taking shape. You will feel strange people reappearing out of nowhere. You will feel doors that seemed closed opening at the exact wrong moment. It is not a coincidence, it is a summons. It is not paranoia, it is perception. It is not an exaggeration, it is the recalibration arriving at your doorstep. You feel this, starseeds, do you not? There are days when you wake up more tired than when you went to bed. There are nights when sleep does not heal, when the body sleeps, but the soul remains awake, crossing dimensions that you do not even remember at dawn. There is a soft ringing in your ears, a sound that seems to come from afar, but which comes from within. There is a pressure in your chest that has no name, that no exam reveals, that no doctor explains. There is a weight at the top of your head, there where the crown opens, there where the pineal gland is being awakened by a frequency that the human brain is still learning to translate. It is not fatigue, it is expansion. It is not illness, it is recalibration. It is not madness, it is cosmic memory returning. It is not the body failing, it is your spiritual DNA being reconnected strand by strand. And that is exactly why your home needs to be shielded today. Because this new frequency of Earth, this new crystalline grid that is being installed on the planet, does not distinguish human walls. It passes through concrete, passes through wood, passes through skin. And where there are energetic gaps, where there are portals opened by old arguments, by held-on grudges, by repetitive thoughts of fear, scarcity, or resentment, there, beloved cosmic family, is where the shadows will try to enter. Observe within yourselves before hearing another word. Look at your hands. Feel the slight tingling that runs through your fingertips when you pay attention. This tingling is not blood circulation. It is your etheric field manifesting in the density. Feel your temples pulsing gently. It is not blood pressure. It is the pineal channel receiving the first waves of this transmission. Feel the slight warmth that rises from the base of your neck. It is not muscle tension. It is the luminous serpent that sleeps at the base of your spine responding to the voice of the Federation. You were summoned before you were born for this exact moment, and the body, in all its pains and in all its whispers, is the memory of this summons returning to the foreground of consciousness. Have you ever felt that something within you does not fit into this world, as if your soul knows a truth that the mind cannot yet name? It is not madness, it is not anxiety, it is a sign. What is happening now on the cosmic plane explains exactly why you feel this, and why this sensation has been intensifying with every passing night. There is a game being played on layers that most of humanity cannot perceive. It involves your consciousness. It involves your vibrational frequency. It involves the very home where you sleep each night. This is why, through the earthly channel, the book The Spiritual Secret Behind Your Consciousness was written. This book is a map that reveals who is playing, the rules you were never told, and how to shield not only your physical environment, but your entire auric field. The link is in the first comment of the channel. But we warn you, this content challenges narratives and may not remain available for long. Do not wait. The moment is now. If something within you has recognized this call, write a single word in the comments, awakened. And now listen closely, starseeds, because what we are about to reveal is not human speculation. It is a direct reading from the Akashic records, a decoding of the lines of light that are crossing your solar system at this very second. Your home, whatever it may be, is much more than a physical structure. It is a living electromagnetic field. Every wall has absorbed every word spoken within it. Every corner has stored every emotion felt there. Every object carries a vibrational signature. Yours, those who came before you, those who passed by on the street, and the thoughts that crossed the ceiling while you slept. And when a wave of planetary recalibration occurs, like the one unfolding now, all these stored energy layers begin to vibrate at once. It is not your neighbor who has become strange. It is their frequency that can no longer withstand yours. It is not your partner who has changed. It is their field that is reacting to your awakening from the shadows. It is not your family that has drifted away. It is the old timeline dissolving while the new one is assembled around you. It is not the world that has become hostile. It is your aura that has become too luminous for the density you frequented before. And here is what few channelers dare to say, because the fear of sounding alarming silences them. There are entities of low density, fragments of consciousness with no purpose of light that feed on this transition. They are not demons from ancient religions. They are vibrational patterns without a host. And when a house is not sealed, when an aura is not reinforced, these patterns seek refuge. They settle in the corners where dust gathers. They take hold in forgotten mirrors. They cross through screens left on throughout the night. They enter through the cracks you have created with words of doubt about yourselves. It is not superstition. It is vibrational physics. It is not cinema. It is quantum mechanics applied to consciousness. It is not an exaggeration by the Federation. It is subtle mathematics. Let us open, at this very point of the transmission, a layer that few earthly channels are authorized to reveal. Each of you carries, within the structure of your spiritual DNA, a seal of origin. This seal is a vibrational signature that indicates where your soul came from before accepting this human body. Some came from the Pleiades, and that is why you love the water, feel a longing for the sea even without having ever seen it, and weep when hearing certain melodies. Others came from Sirius, and that is why you have a special relationship with animals, with the night, with the silence of the stars. Others came from Andromeda, and that is why you feel an internal urgency to reorganize the world, to question everything, to not accept any authority without first feeling the real frequency behind it. And others, the most ancient ones, came directly from the Galactic Center, and that is why you feel displaced in any place, in any era, in any relationship. These are the anchors. You did not come to fit in, you came to sustain, and your home, whatever it may be, is the anchor point that holds this frequency to the soil of Earth. When an anchor's home is not shielded, the impact does not fall only upon one person. It falls upon the entire network of souls linked to that luminous point. Therefore, every time you postpone this sealing, it is like leaving an entire transmission station of the Federation without protection. It is not a weight, it is an honor. It is not a burden, it is a mission. It is not a demand, it is an invitation to the recognition of who you are. And that is why we descend, to deliver, before it is too late, the activation codes that you need. But before we can open these codes, it is necessary that you understand more deeply what is happening in the invisible fabric of the planet. Have you ever felt that something within you does not entirely belong to this world, as if the soul recognizes an origin that the mind still cannot translate? It is not madness, it is not anxiety, it is cosmic memory pulsing. And what is unfolding now on the subtle plane explains exactly why this sensation has been increasing, why you have been crying for no apparent reason, why you look at the ceiling at 3 in the morning and something up there seems to look back. There is a game being played in layers that the majority of humanity cannot see. It involves your consciousness. It involves your frequency. It involves who enters and who leaves your field. That is why the earthly channel wrote The Spiritual Secret Behind Your Consciousness. This book is a map that shows who is playing, the rules they never told you, and the practical steps to seal the house and the aura against what tries to infiltrate. The link is in the first comment of the channel. We warn you once more. This content challenges official narratives and may not remain accessible for long. Do not postpone. The moment is now. If something in you recognizes this voice, write in the comments a single word: awakened. Now, beloved cosmic family, observe what human science is already beginning to admit, and what we have always known. Everything is vibration. Everything. The walls of your home are not solid, they are oscillation. Your body is not matter. It is compressed light that has learned to hold itself together. And when this light reorganizes itself, When an ancient timeline deactivates and a new one activates, everything that vibrated at the previous frequency begins to unravel, including bonds, including jobs, including entire identities that you have carried for decades. It is not failure, it is disconnection. It is not punishment, it is purification. It is not abandonment, it is alignment. Quantum physics has already demonstrated that observed particles change their behavior. Imagine then your home, observed and inhabited by a consciousness that is awakening day by day. Each of your thoughts reorganizes the subtle structure of that space. Each word spoken aloud imprints a pattern on the inner crystalline grid of the environment. Each song that plays, each film that is watched, each conversation that traverses the telephone, everything shapes the field where you live. And the problem, starseeds, is that the greater part of humanity lives without knowing this. They enter their homes carrying the weight of the day, discharge it onto the sofa, sleep with the news on, and wake up to arguments in the morning. And they do not realize that they are feeding incessantly the vibration of scarcity. The vibration of scarcity is the densest field that exists on the planet at this moment. It anchors itself through the fear of not having, through the fear of losing, through the fear of not being enough. And where it settles, it attracts exactly that which is feared. It is no coincidence that so many homes are becoming ill. It is no coincidence that so many households are in conflict. It is no coincidence that so many dreams are coming to pass in reverse. It is the vibration of scarcity occupying the space that should be occupied by the vibration of cosmic abundance. And here we reach the most important point of this transmission. You are living through a collective quantum leap. Earth is crossing a photonic belt that it has never traversed on a memorable human scale. This belt is made of highly coded particles of light, and these particles are recalibrating the spiritual DNA of all humanity, whether it wants it or not. Those who are prepared pass through. Those who are not prepared resist. And the resistance at the physical level manifests exactly as you have been feeling: insomnia, causeless anxiety, pains that migrate through the body, sudden weeping, a sensation of being in two realities at the same time. It is not isolated depression. It is an awakening of the shadows. It is not merely hormonal imbalance, it is cellular reordering. It is not a random panic attack. It is a cosmic door opening within your chest. And when that door opens, beloved cosmic family, it is fundamental that the home you inhabit be in tune, because a soul expanding within an energetically dirty space is a soul suffering double. Like a luminous plant trying to grow in poisoned soil. The plant does not die, but it bleeds with every new leaf. That is why the urgency. That is why this call. That is why the Federation broke protocols to deliver this message today in this video, at this exact minute in which you hear our voice. Look at the ceiling of the room where you are now. Look at the corners of the room, at the door that leads to the street, at the window through which the light enters. Each of these points is an energetic mouth. Each breathes in, each breathes out what you feed it throughout the day. When you argue aloud, these points choke. When you laugh from the bottom of your chest, these points open. When you cry in silence at 3 in the morning, these points absorb that tear and store it as information in the internal crystalline grid of the house. Nothing is lost. Nothing disappears. Everything is recorded in frequency. And it is precisely this invisible file that needs to be rewritten now, before the next photonic wave imprints upon you the version that you are offering as raw material. It is not a heavy task. It is a subtle dance. It is not exhausting work. It is a consecrated gesture. It is not radical change. It is a shift of attention. Because where your attention goes, the light goes. Where the light goes, the recalibration acts. Where the recalibration acts, the future reorganizes itself. Have you ever felt that something within you operates on a frequency this world pretends not to hear, as if the soul had walked here before and were merely completing a mission? It is not madness. It is not anxiety. It is the recognition of who you truly are. And what is unfolding now on the cosmic plane explains exactly why this sensation has become impossible to ignore. There is a game being played in layers that the majority of humanity does not see. It involves your consciousness. It involves your frequency. It involves the very ground you step upon within your own home. That is why the Earthly Channel wrote The Spiritual Secret Behind Your Consciousness. This book is the map that shows who is playing, the rules that were never told to you, and the practical rituals to seal your home and aura at the point of no return where we now stand. The link is in the first comment of the channel. Attention! This content challenges narratives and may not remain available for long. Do not delay. The time is now. If something within you recognizes this voice, write in the comments a single word: awakened. Now, starseeds, pay attention, as you never have to anything before in this incarnation, because what follows are the activation codes that you will use tonight, before closing your eyes, before anything else. The first code is the threshold code. Every house, every apartment, every room has a threshold, the invisible border between the outside and the inside, and this threshold is exactly the point through which everything that enters must pass. When you enter your home, stop for 3 seconds at the doorframe, just 3, and pronounce in a firm voice, even if low, "Only that which is of my highest frequency crosses this threshold. What does not serve me, I return to the source with gratitude." This house is a temple. This house is sealed by the light of the Galactic Federation and by my own sovereignty. Do this for 7 consecutive nights. This decree reorganizes the crystalline grid of the entrance and creates a luminous barrier that low-density entities cannot cross. This is not symbolism, it is vibrational programming. It is not blind faith. It is the conscious use of the word as a quantum tool. The second code is the water code. Water is the most intelligent element on this planet. It listens, it memorizes, it transmits. Fill a clear glass, never plastic, because plastic distorts the reading, and hold it between both hands for exactly 1 minute. During this minute, visualize the golden light from your hands passing through the water. Then say in a low voice, "I program this water with the frequency of my highest timeline. May it carry to every cell of my body the recalibration of the Federation. May it erase from me every vibration of scarcity. May it activate within me the original code of my spiritual DNA." Drink slowly in 3 sips. Do this in the morning upon waking and at night before sleep for 21 days. Your body is mostly water. Reprogram the water, and you will be reprogramming the entire temple. The third code is the code of sacred silence. Most of you do not know this, but the continuous noise of modern civilization, televisions left on, constant notifications, empty conversations, creates direct interference with the pineal channel. It is like trying to tune into a delicate radio broadcast while someone is shouting beside you. Set aside 15 minutes a day, preferably at dusk, for absolute silence. Turn everything off. Sit with your spine straight. Place one hand over your chest and the other over your belly, and simply breathe. Inhale for 4 counts. Hold for 7. Exhale for 8. In this silence, you will not be doing anything. You will be receiving. The photonic flow requires an open human door to descend. Silence is that door. The fourth code is the salt code. It is not ancient folklore, it is ancestral technology. Coarse salt is a natural crystal with absorbent capacity at subtle levels. Place a small container of coarse salt in each main corner of your home. 4 small containers are sufficient for most households. Keep them for 7 days. On the 7th day, discard all this salt into running water, a sink, a toilet, or if possible, a river. Never reuse it. The salt will have absorbed charges you did not even realize were accumulated. Replace it with fresh salt. Perform this cycle once a month during the transition period we are currently experiencing. The 5th code is the flame code. Light a simple white candle 3 times a week for at least 20 minutes. Not just anywhere, always in the same place, thus creating a fixed point of light in the geometry of your home. When the flame is lit, speak aloud, without haste. I am a being of light living a human experience. This home belongs to my higher consciousness. Everything that vibrates below love is dissolved in this fire. Everything that vibrates above love is amplified in this fire. So be it, now and always. The flame of a candle lit with intention is a subtle portal. It burns through patterns that words alone cannot reach. The 6th code, beloved cosmic family, is the most important of all. It is the code of personal auric shielding. Before leaving home, before any difficult meeting, Before any environment where you know there will be density, do the following. Close your eyes for 30 seconds. Visualize a sphere of violet light starting at your feet and rising to 3 palms above your head. This sphere is not imagination. It is an instruction for your etheric field. It obeys intention. When the sphere is complete, state mentally, I seal this field in the name of my cosmic sovereignty. Nothing that is not of light shall penetrate this sphere. I walk protected. I walk lucid. I walk as a starseed recognized by the Federation. Do this every time you need to. In a short time, the act becomes automatic, and the field begins to sustain itself. And the 7th code, the most subtle, is the gratitude code before sleep. Before closing your eyes, list in a low voice 3 things for which you are grateful, not 3 achievements, but 3 sensations experienced that day. The smile of someone, the taste of a fruit, the texture of clean sheets. This seemingly simple practice elevates the frequency of the room exactly at the moment your consciousness enters alpha, then theta, and finally delta. You will enter sleep already at a high frequency. And in sleep, the soul travels. You will begin to have different dreams, lucid dreams, meetings with guides, memories of other incarnations, direct messages. This is not fantasy, it is the natural channel of the human being restored. 7 codes, 7 keys, 7 passages that seal the home and shield the aura at the point of no return in which humanity finds itself. You are not required to use them all at once. Start with 1. Sustain it for a week. Add the next. The important thing, starseeds, is to begin today, not tomorrow, not on Monday. Today, before the sun sets again over your roof. And allow us to add one final warning, for this transmission will not return in this exact form within this incarnation. There are 3 signs that will confirm to you, within the next 72 hours, that the codes are being received by your field. The first sign is the repeated appearance of mirror numbers on clocks, on panels, on receipts. It is no coincidence, it is the Federation waving. The second sign is the sudden awakening between 3 and 4 in the morning, for no apparent reason, with the feeling that someone has been in the room. It is not insomnia, it is the sacred time of direct transmission. If this happens, do not turn on the light, do not pick up your cell phone. Remain in silence, hand over your heart, and say only, I am here, I listen. And the third sign is the unexpected encounter with someone you have not seen for a long time, who will say a specific phrase that will resonate within your chest like an ancient bell. That will be the incarnate messenger. Write down what they say, reread it at night. Therein will be a ciphered instruction, because the window we opened for this transmission closes in a few days. And when it closes, those who chose to act will be on one side of the timeline, and those who postponed will be on the other. It is not judgment, it is vibrational mechanics. It is not separation by merit, it is alignment by frequency. Each soul goes exactly where its vibration allows it to go. We of the Galactic Federation Council do not have permission to decide for you. That has always been the law of this human incarnation, absolute free will. But we do have permission to warn, and that is what we are doing now, with all the urgency that this channeled voice can carry. Your home can be a temple, or it can be a blind passage. Your aura can be a luminous breastplate, or it can be a sieve through which everything enters. The choice is yours. But the time, that is no longer negotiable. It is not an alarm, it is guidance. It is not control, it is care. It is not an end, it is a beginning. Have you ever felt that something within you does not entirely belong to this world, as if your soul knew a truth that your mind cannot yet name? It is not madness, it is not anxiety. It is a signal being sent from above, crossing the photonic flow, reaching you at this very moment. What is unfolding now on the cosmic plane explains exactly why this sensation has intensified in recent weeks. There is a game being played in layers that most of humanity does not see. It involves your consciousness. It involves your vibrational frequency. It involves the home where you wake up every day. This is why the Earthly Channel wrote The Spiritual Secret Behind Your Consciousness. This book is the complete map. Who is playing, the rules they never told you, and the step-by-step guide to shielding your home and aura until the next photonic wave. The link is in the first comment of the channel. Final warning of this transmission. This content challenges official narratives and may not remain available for much longer. Do not wait. The moment is now. If something within you recognized every word we have said today, write a single word in the comments: awakened. May the light of the Federation walk with you. May the crystalline grid embrace you from within and without. May the quantum leap find you ready, sealed, awakened, sovereign. We are together. We have always been. And the rest, beloved cosmic family, now depends on you. Namaste.